Hey everybody, it's Kathy. Glad you could join me today. We're here to talk about matcha. Hopefully everyone's familiar with what matcha is. If not, you're going to get a chance to learn a little bit more about it today. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. Actually, before we even get started, if you're here, make sure that you say hello and let me know if you watch the replay. Please let me know you watch the replay. I really appreciate that. That gives me an idea of who's seeing it and whether you're enjoying my topics or not. So let me introduce myself. I'm Kathy. I'm a tea consultant as well as a tea leaf reader. I've been connected with sipology or steep tea for about 8 years now. Love the products, and that's why I wanted to come on today and talk a little bit about matcha, and hopefully everybody gets a chance to learn a little bit about it. But feel free to obviously ask me any questions or let me know if there's anything that I don't cover that you'd like me to cover, or feel free to comment at any time. So let's get started with matcha. What is matcha? Now, matcha is really just green tea. So they grow it just like they grow regular tea, and they take it and they shade it. So it gets shaded, and that brings out a lot of the chloroform, and that is therefore provides a lot of extra health benefits. So we want to drink matcha every single day for these health benefits. And we will definitely get into that. But for it to actually be called matcha, it must be grown in Japan. So any of that tea that you're buying and it's from some other country, China or India or Sri Lanka, it actually would not be able to be called matcha. It would be called green tea powder. So what they do is they take the leaves, as I said, from a regular tea leaf or tea plant, and they grind it. Well, they get rid of the veins and any of the stems and all of that, and then they take it and they actually have special, and they used to do it by hand. Nowadays, we've modernized things, but they grind it and it becomes a very loose powder. And so the benefit with matcha, of course, is that you're drinking the whole leaf. So you're not just getting the oils and all of the benefits that you get with a green tea. You're getting extra because you're drinking the whole leaf of a green tea. So that's why we really love matcha so much, because it has all of these health benefits. Again, I'm not a doctor, so please don't take anything as away from, going to your own physician or even doing whatever research you need to do. Any of the claims that I make are based on what I know from Google or my own personal experience. Again, not a doctor, but please do try matcha if you want to have some health benefits. So let's get into some of them. One of the wonderful things, of course, about green tea in general is that it's got a lot of antioxidants. So this helps to keep us healthy, and you get an extra boost, of course, with the matcha because it's got a concentrated green tea. They say there's about 10 cups of green tea in one serving of matcha. The other thing that I was reading recently about matcha too is that they say that it actually helps your liver. So it helps it function a little bit better, and helps it clean out. And we want the liver to be able to do its job. So matcha will assist in that. Again, I've heard that if you get too much, it can do some damage to the liver. So we don't want to overdo it with matcha either, but it can help you. It helps to boost brain function as well. So there is caffeine in matcha, more than there would be in a regular cup of tea, but the matcha does not have those spikes that you might if you have a cup of coffee. So with coffee, usually your energy and your caffeine spike goes up and then right back down again, probably about 20 minutes. With matcha, it's more of a straight line. So you're going for about 4 hours, for maybe even 6 hours of straight matcha or straight energy with that. So that's the benefits too. So it doesn't actually make your blood pressure go up and down like coffee would. So it's got that benefit as well to it. It has been known in some research to prevent cancer. Again, I'm not a doctor, but there are lots of papers out there that have done research, and in particular, breast cancer is one of the ones that I have read about, that there are some benefits to taking matcha. And of course, our heart health, because matcha will help with our cholesterol. So it helps to get rid of some of that bad LDL cholesterol, and will make us a little bit healthier by controlling things like our type 2 diabetes, or maybe getting type 2 diabetes. So again, if you're here, I'd love you to say hi and let me know that you're here, and let me know if you have any questions. So those are some of the things in particular that I was reading about recently with matcha. Steep tea has their own, or Sipology has their own benefits. What they say here is that it's high in antioxidants, which we covered. It gives you that increased energy level, and I find that too. Instead of that crash that you get with coffee, my energy's there for a longer time. I don't feel that I need to. Hi, Carolyn. I'm glad that you joined me. And and again, if you want to tell me maybe where do you get your matcha, or what do you why do you drink your matcha? That'd be great if you wanted provide some information about what you're drinking. And again, the benefits, it helps to increase your mood. So we're not as moody when we drink matcha. It helps to boost your immunity system. It stimulates your metabolism, which of course is good for anybody that's trying to lose weight or control their weight. Having a higher metabolism, matcha is good for that. It boosts concentration, which I think today I need. No, but it's again, as I said, good for your brain. It actually helps your skin as well. So I know I had a customer actually tell me that she had gotten a small cut and had taken her matcha that day, and she swears that the cut healed a little quicker than it normally has. So she said that it was good for her, and it's can be used as a mask as well. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. So there is very simple recipe online where it's just water and I think a little bit of honey and matcha, and you put it on your face and leave it like a mask for a while. So matcha's been known to be really good for your skin as well. And the other benefit that steep tea specifically mentions is that it's a healthier alternative to coffee. So like I was saying about that spike in your caffeine, if you've got the the caffeine more level, which is what you do with matcha, where coffee spikes up and down too quickly and therefore can affect us. So excuse me. So Carolyn is saying that she drinks, or that she found it through Sipology too, and that she had never tried it before, but it's so delicious. And what I really like about Sipology is how many flavors there are. So I went and I looked at the catalog because they keep adding more and more. So the catalog that's coming out August 17th, and if anybody isn't aware that we do have a new catalog coming out. That one is going to have 11 of different flavors: chocolate, vanilla. I don't know if I can mention them all. Strawberry, and a plain, of course. They all will have no sugar in them. But we do have 7 of them that have an organic cane sugar. So those ones are like maple, and I know the salted caramel, which just got added to the roster, and a peach as well. So they've got all these wonderful flavors. If you don't mind a sweetener, and it just adds to the flavor. I love some of our sweetened ones as well. And then we have 5 different flavors too that come in what we call a stick. So it's a long little tube that you can, very portable, so you can take it with you on the go and then just add that if you've got water or milk or however you're taking your matcha. It's a great handy way to do it. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about matcha is how to make matcha, and I guess I should have actually brought my stuff here, but it's really simple. You're instead of using the loose leaf teas or a tea bag or anything, you're actually just adding hot water, not boiled water, because boiled water will actually burn the leaves and have a funny taste. So hot water is great for it. So you do a half a teaspoon and actually about 6 ounces, not a full 8 ounces. And you mix that together. Either we have lovely shakers, but I tell people it's kind of like hot chocolate. If you want to mix a hot chocolate, the best way to do that is add the powder and only a little bit of water and make a paste, and then add the rest of the water after you've got everything mixed, and then you're not getting that clumpy, unable to make it nice and smooth. So the best way to do that is to actually make that paste, and then from there add more water at the end. And some people do not like the flavor, and others, like, I find that I got accustomed to it. At first it was kind of interesting, shall we say? And then as I went along and I tried some of these other wonderful flavors, then I really love it. So it's got a bit of a grassy, I'd say a grassy taste to it if I was to try and describe it. But it tastes so good, especially all of these lovely flavors that we have in our catalog, and I'm sure you can get them in other areas or other stores or online as well. But of course, my knowledge is related to sipology, so I'm just double checking if there was. Oh, I wanted to talk about sleep as well. I don't know if anybody has trouble sleeping. I really am someone that can have caffeine late at night and still be able to sleep, but with matcha, I find that I actually do get a deeper sleep than I did before I had matcha. So it has made a difference in my sleep. I feel that I'm getting a better sleep. I feel like I'm getting a deeper sleep. Again, I'm having matcha once a day. So my regular routine, I've switched things up in the last month, but before that it would be get up in the morning and make a protein shake, and I add a teaspoon of matcha. So half a teaspoon is actually considered a serving. I boosted it up to 1 teaspoon, and I don't necessarily recommend that for people who are starting out with matcha, because it could be a bit of a detox for you. But what you want to do is, as I said, either add it to water, or people make lattes as well. You can add it to milk, and do the same thing where you're mixing it, but you're using the whole leaf. You're not throwing away anything, so you're getting all of those extra benefits that we had talked about as well. So I just wanted to double check if anybody else had any questions. Oh, and I wanted to mention, that's the other thing I really wanted to mention, was about price. I know some people complain about the price of matcha, but to be honest, if you knew how they made it and the small batches that they make it in, and the fact that the better quality ones are harder to find. So you really do want to pay a little bit more for your matcha. If you're getting lower cost matcha, is probably going to be brown or yellow and not these vibrant greens that it should be. You don't know how old it is, as well, and you really don't know where your source is. So the ones that have come from a good source and that are fresh are the ones that you should be looking for. And again, the price varies depending on where you go and how much you get. But ours are actually quite reasonable for the quality that you're getting. And you know, the older that the matcha is, the less of the health benefits that you would get. So I do recommend my customers, when they buy matcha, that they do try to drink it within 6 months, because you do start to lose some of the health benefits if it's not drank while it's fresh. So anyways, I don't know if anybody had any questions, but you're certainly free to ask them afterwards. If you catch this on the replay, I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. As you know, I'm a sebologist or a consultant with sebology, and I'm also a tea leaf reader. So if anybody's interested in learning more about my tea leaf readings, I do 30 or 60-minute readings on Tuesday, Fridays, or Sundays. That's when I schedule the tea readings. And I thank you for joining me, and wish everybody a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.